Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Basically, this channel is going to be about sort of making money online. As a young entrepreneur, I was just an online entrepreneur. It's just basically loads of different ways of how I make money online, how I've had success online, and also it's going to be documenting my journey to $10 million by £30. I've had this goal for a long time now, and I've been trying loads of different ways to get there, and so I want to show you guys how I'm making money currently, basically. So that's stuff about me. I know you probably skipped this bit anyway, but basically, this video is going to be about how you can make over 1,000% returns on your Bitcoin positions, on your Bitcoin trading, and get crazy returns on your money through margin trading. So basically, this is going to be a beginner's tutorial. So I'm not going to make it very complicated, but this platform, basically, Deribit, allows you to deposit Bitcoin or Ethereum. You can't deposit fiat or anything, so you have to send money here from another wallet, so Coinbase, for example. And basically, what it allows you to do is you buy perpetuals here, which are basically you buy a contract. So you don't buy Bitcoin, but you use Bitcoin to buy contracts that are dependent. So the return on the contracts is tied to the price movement in the underlying asset. So basically, a Bitcoin goes up, and if you've clicked to buy contracts, then you will make a percentage gain on that. But the good thing is here, also the risky thing with Deribit is that all of the positions are 100x, so that's 100 times the position you put on here. So it might sound a bit difficult, but basically means a 1% move 100 is a 100% move. So you can imagine the crazy amount of returns you get here. So just a quick beginner's sort of guide. Also, as a disclaimer, I just want to say that I'm not a professional investor. This is not professional advice. It's just an opinion. So always do your own research and never trust somebody else's advice, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. My strategy is whenever I put a trade on, I've instantly already lost. So there's no emotional attachment. I'm not going to be angry for losing money because in my mind I've already lost it. So basically here, I just want to show you how I've managed to get, what is it standing at the moment? 1,407.91% return on my position, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm not using a huge amount of position here, but I think it's about a $50-$60 return. But I was just using this to test out. I'm a beginner on this myself. But basically, I learned a bit of technical analysis, and I put a position in here. As you can see, the blue line is my position. This is where I opened it just before this bull run up to back to the 12,000 levels. But if you get in at the right time, and I think I got in, I think it was back here. It was quite a while ago, but basically, I think maybe it was around here. This is on the hourly chart. I'd basically go away and learn a few simple technical analysis skills. And what I would suggest is, coming on, getting some Bitcoin if you don't already have some. I'll leave a link in the description where you can get $10 of free Bitcoin through Coinbase. They're definitely the cheapest way and the most trusted platform to buy on. And then I would suggest you guys just trying it out, basically sending over a bit over here. I mean, I only spent like $100, I think I sent over worth of Bitcoin, and I just sort of played around for a bit. I did lose a bit and I gained a bit, and then I just was a bit careful. I put this position in at a really low risk, so I think my liquidation price, so this is when all of the funds in your account would be evaporated, liquidated, would be 7,979, which is a level we haven't seen for a while. So I did a low risk position here, around 10,000, yep, which is the average price. And then I've just waited, and as Bitcoin's going up, in my opinion, it's going to keep going up, If you get in and you open a position now, I mean, I would like seriously consider and suggest you get on this and you open a position. I've got another sub account as well with a larger position on that's not doing as well. I just wanted to show you how well you can potentially do. But that's still in like the hundreds of percentage returns. I mean, I would get on now and like put some positions on here, because I mean, the potential for gains is ridiculous. I mean, if you 100x in your gains, think how much money you can make with Bitcoin, even when it's, you know, it's already up something like 30% this week. And it looks complicated, but it's not that hard to use. There are a lot of other providers. So you might have heard of BitMEX, but Deribit, they have way lower fees. I mean, these guys are considered probably the best. I've done a lot of research. They're considered probably the best margin trading platform on the market in terms of fees and execution time. So you submit at a certain price and it pretty much gets fulfilled straight away, whereas BitMEX can have a bit of a lag. You know, these guys are really good. They have really good support. You can Google them and have a look for yourself at reviews. Yeah, so basically I just want to show you how you can go and submit an order. So if I, looking at the price now, let's see, I'll go 5 minutes. The indicators I've got here, guys, these are just, this is the money flow index, I think, and this is RSI. So basically a simple technical analysis. When your RSI, which is the relative strength index, is at the lower band here, it would indicate a sell. So this is quite like a buy position. I mean, it's at the lower end, it would indicate that you should buy, and the same with money flow. So if you can look back here at a time when the MFI was below this lower barrier and RSI was relatively low on this area, you can see it rose up quite a bit. And then you can see this pattern sort of repeating. It's not a perfectly sound strategy, but if you learn those things, you know. Same here, so this would indicate a sell. As you can see, it dropped down a bit, but I wouldn't use these as gospel. You know, the trading, it requires a lot of skill, a lot of practice. I'd also get the Heikin for candles for a more accurate representation. So here, as you can see, this signaled buy and it went up. So if you wanted to go buy a limit order, you basically define the price where to sell at. So if you assume that this is going to drop a bit further, but you don't want to sit here waiting for, you know, for the price to drop further, you can define a certain price here. So what are we at now? Let me see. We're at 11,399. So if I was to assume that it would go down to maybe 11,355. Now let's put that in there. 11,355, and this is the amount of contracts. It tells you how much Bitcoin that would equal. So, you know, that's more than I have, but that's because it's 100x'd. So this position would actually be 100 times less than this says here, because everything's 100x. So if I were to put this in now, buy, tells you when you would be liquidated. So order submitted, and as you can see, that is when it would be fulfilled at that level there. Now, if you want to cancel it, you just press that. And then a buy order. Market order would literally just buy at the price of the market, whatever it is at the time of you pressing the button. And sell, you would do that would be if you think the price is to go down, and the same thing applies. So you put a sell up here if you think the price is going to rise, and we want to take advantage, of a bigger drop. And market would be selling at the price that it is at the moment. So I mean, and I also use some other indicators here. So these lines. These are moving averages, so there's a 30-day moving average, and I believe they are based on, so this would be the average close of every day for the past 30 days, 100 days, 200 days, 75. Exponential is a bit more accurate. It's said to be the maths formula behind it. That's 400-day. That's usually used on like an hourly chart, but You know, these basically sort of a trend line, so you would assume they sometimes like bounce off it here. As you can see, they sort of follow it. But basically, beginner's lesson is come on here, have a play around, deposit some Bitcoin, and you know, use these indicators maybe as a tryout. Go and try out some other strategies. Have a learn some other strategies. I might go over a few on the channel here. Maybe comment below if you want me to go over some strategies. Have the exact strategy I used to get a 1,400% return in a few weeks. I would come on here, just maybe buy at a low amount and just wait for the price to go up as Bitcoin's going to go up. And I'll provide a link in the description where you can actually get a reduction of fees on here. So I think it's a 10% or maybe a bit more reduction in fees, because every time you open and close a position on here, you get charged fees. So I can give you a 10% discount on fees if you use my link in the description. I think you can only get that if you use the link that I put in the description below. And also, it would help me out a bit. I want to be completely transparent on this channel. I know a lot of guys, a lot of YouTubers try and sort of deceive their audience, but I do also get a benefit from getting people to sign up, but you also get a benefit as well. So, I really appreciate you guys watching here, and there's going to be a lot more videos to come. Maybe comment below on some of the stuff that you'd be interested in seeing, and some of the ways to make money online that you'd like to learn about. And there's a lot more to come. This is going to be the start of a big journey. But if you do want to get involved, if you have any questions, just send me a message. I'll help you guys out. But if you want to make a lot of money, especially over the next few years, I would consider getting a Deribit account, depositing, and just trading the shit out of it. I mean, the amount of money you can make here is ridiculous. So I appreciate your time for watching here. Sorry if it's a bit dark. But yeah, thank you guys for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.